Hello guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. So today we're doing a pick a card reading of what you don't know about yourself. We have two piles. I'm sorry if you guys hear any type of noise. I live in a house with a big family. So there's gonna be people talking and I don't got my microphone attached. I just moved into this house, so bear with me. All right, this is pile number 1. And this is pile number 2. So whichever pile calls to you is your pile, and I'll see you there. Right when I'm about to do my reading, my brother starts blasting music in the shower. Incredible. So hopefully you guys can't hear it. All right, pile number 1. You guys selected Shocks, Queen of Swords. So right off the bat, you guys are really intelligent. You guys are very smart, gifted. Some of you guys are probably in the gifted kid program, you know what I mean? You guys are very intelligent people, very logical people. You think logically. And then I kind of feel a vibe where it's like, because you're like more prone to think logically, you don't really tap into your deeper emotions that you have like you should. Which sometimes that can be like a gift to do things without emotion, but I feel like maybe some of you guys need to really tap into like your deeper feelings. I feel like you guys shut it off because that's what you've been expected to do your whole entire life. You know, you're not expected to have passionate feelings like other people. You're usually a pillar for people to go to. And because of that, you know, people expect you to be emotionless. People expect you to be calm pretty much all the time. And because of that, you know, you have to suppress your deeper feelings, and I feel like that's something that you shouldn't do. But you have a deep connection to the moon, to birds, okay? Especially with like this moon. I feel like you have a deep connection to the moon. You're probably born on a Monday. Yeah, moon energy. So you could be really tapped into your feminine energy. Moon cycles, periods. Some of you guys are very fertile, but maybe it's also fertile as in like this is the time to like really be creating for pile number 1. I'm also like a deep connection to like birds. Spirit guides are birds, aliens are birds. I forgot what the bird species was called. Blue avians, I think that's what they're called. But deep connection to the birds. So yeah, very smart, very intelligent people. But what do you not know about yourself, okay? What does pile number 1 not know about themselves? Is that how you word it? What does pile number 1 not know about themselves? Okay, the sword. Ace of Swords, okay. What does pile number 1 not know about themselves? Okay. Oops, all my cards are falling over. Okay, we're gonna go with Page of Pentacles. All right. So what do you not know about yourself? Sorry, my hair is like really, really bad. It is really bad. I need to wash it. I'm about to go back to my curly hair because it's dirty. All right, so. We have Lilith as one of the energies with the Lovers. We have Ace of Swords, Strength, Page of Pentacles. I'm sorry, like It's getting real loud out there. But I'm going to try to continue doing this reading because this is the time of the day that I want to do the reading. All right. Ace of Swords. I feel like you guys have some type of royal energy with the Ace of Swords. I thought of like a knight. That's what I thought of when I saw the Ace of Swords, or as I'm looking at it right now. A lot of people use the sword, a part of their occult practices. I said at the beginning of the reading that you're like a pillar for people. And I don't know what I was going to say with that. I feel like you are a pillar for people. You are essential to a lot of people around you. You're very important. You have authority, strength, because that's one of the cards that came out, strength. You have authority over a lot of the people around you. You're meant to have a very high position in a company, perhaps even in a coven. You have a lot of knowledge to give because, like I said, you're intelligent. You have a lot of wisdom that maybe you're not even aware of. But because you have like this authoritarian energy, a lot of people rely on you for stability. That's what I feel the Ace of Swords is representative of. It's also that, like, I feel like when there is projects and things of that nature going on, you're very good at like managing how they should go. Does it make sense? Like, I feel like you're a very organized person. Perhaps you don't know that. You don't know that you're such an essential pillar to a lot of people in their day-to-day lives. With the Lovers and Lilith energy, I also feel like you guys are like, I feel like you don't know that, I forgot what I was going to say. It was like something about liberation. Perhaps you guys are really rebellious deep down inside, but you don't really get to show that, you know what I mean? You don't really get to utilize that rebellious energy because you're a pillar to a lot of people, you know what I mean? So you have to be that stable person, that stable force. But if you really leaned into that rebellious energy that you had, I think you would be so much happier. You'd be happier, and I feel like something would flow more smoothly. Like perhaps your creative projects, any endeavors, like business decisions that you want to make would flow more easier if you leaned into your rebellious energy. Because a part of being rebellious is taking risks. A lot of people don't like to do that. You know, you're usually used to being like that strong, fortified pillar. You don't really like sway crazy. You usually kind of stay in the same state of energy. But if you tried to be rebellious, maybe think outside the box, you would be so much happier. That's what I really do think. And deep down inside, there's that very rebellious, passionate spirit that you aren't aware of, that Lilith energy. Also, I mentioned something about the moon, okay, and Lilith, the dark moon. So you guys are very, very connected to the moon, all right? You know, your spell work is the most powerful on Mondays at night. The full moon is probably when your mysticism is at its height. So the moon is a very strong energy for you guys. And I feel like you guys should work alongside elements of the moon, such as using, you know, moon water, you know, charging your crystals with the moon. I feel like the moon is just very important to you guys. And maybe you don't know that about yourself, you know what I mean? Also, like I said at the beginning, like, you guys don't really like to be extremely expressive of your emotions because people are just used to you being that calm person, that emotionless person, it would be wise for you to do that, especially with the Lover's energy. It's time to show your passion, time to, you know, tap into that deeper emotional side of you, because some of you guys don't even know that you have like that deep emotional side to you. You're just used to being very like, how do I explain it? You're just used to being you don't really like express that, and that's fine, because I relate, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a very emotional person, but I don't really like fully express it to my capacity around certain people, because, you know, I'm used to people kind of like, I was thinking about this the other day, and I feel like it'd be like relevant to the reading, but like, I remember when I was in school, but not even like just when I'm in school, a lot of people kind of view me from like a very like pure standpoint. So I feel like a lot of them don't really expect me to have like deeper emotions, which is kind of strange. Like, I don't know if that makes sense. People just don't expect that from me. People don't expect me to want to seek love, you know what I mean? People don't expect me to want to seek relationships for some reason, just because like, I guess I'm too pure, which is kind of cringe. But that's how people have viewed me my whole entire life, which has always been very confusing to me. So that's made me like not really ever like go towards having relationships. And perhaps for some of you guys, it's like a lot of people just view you in a light where it's like you're not really that emotional. So because of that, you don't really show your emotions. You know what I mean? That's just, it isn't expected of you. But I feel like you guys should. I feel like you guys should express your emotions, and tap into that just drama queen, drama king side of you, because it could really help you. It will make you feel so much better, okay? Yeah, you're a very strong person, okay? You're very strong. You're very needed. You put stability in any room that you walk into. You're a very powerful leader. Very driven person. You have like this deep hidden ambition inside you, and it is stuffed down with that drama queen, drama king part of you. So it's time to bring that ego out of you, that alter ego, that dramatic, crazy person. Because a lot of people think, you know, being dramatic is bad, but for you guys, being dramatic it's powerful. It makes things happen. It's time to embody that of a king or a queen. You know what I mean? It's time to impose your will. There's strength in your emotions. You don't have to be like so fortified. You guys are really fortified about who you are. You don't like to jump outside of the identity other people have created for you. And like I said, like, this identity is someone who's very strong, a leader, someone who's intelligent, but doesn't really express that much. If you expressed your emotions deeply, like I said, you'd be so much happier. And it would bring forth probably some awakenings. It would also bring forth better opportunities. Your life would flow. You would discover so much about yourself. What does pile number one not know about themselves? What does pile number one not know about themselves? Yeah, and a lot of these emotions have to do with like love. Like, I think you guys are very passionate lovers, but you don't really get to express that because people don't expect that from you. So you in love? What does the pile number one know about themselves? Yeah, like, you guys are very expressive, passionate, romantic people too. You guys are very romantic. That's what I get, especially with Charms of Ishtar. Okay, we got Lilith and Charms. Charms of Ishtar. We have Lilith and Charms of Ishtar. Lilith is the Lover's card. Charms of Ishtar. It's not really like the Lovers in this deck, but it's like mischievous love energy. Sneaky love energy. I don't know if you can hear like my fucking father or my brother. They're being really fucking loud right now. No, this is like really passionate love energy, okay? But it's kind of mischievous. I think you guys, the passion from within you, the drive from within you comes in the form of like love. You guys are very romantic people, and you don't even realize that. You know, you want to be quiet about it. You don't want anybody to know because that makes you feel weak. And I agree with you. I agree with you 100% that this is exactly how I feel. But like, if you really tapped into that like romance energy, it's attached to like your ambition. It's attached to your drive, your motivation. Like, that is literally how you manifest a lot. That's how you manifest, like, that's how your spell work comes into fruition. Like, you really need to tap into that lover's energy. Okay, and that can start with self-love, but also just allowing yourself to experience sensual moments and be open to love. Like, some of you guys won't even step foot near a relationship, and it's like, why? Because you're scared? Because you're just, that's not how you're supposed to be? Come on, be so for real. You also don't know that you're about to generate a lot of wealth right now, okay? You're about to generate a fat sack of wealth right now, okay? That's what you don't know. I forgot what the Cygnus card is, because I haven't got that card a lot, so I'm about to just, like, have, like, a quick peek at what the card means. I know it's like, oh my god, you don't know the card. I do, but I don't. Okay. Also, when it comes down to this like whole entire like lover's energy, I feel like you guys need to stop being so judgmental of yourself, okay? Because what stops you from being your like fullest potential is because you judge yourself so hard. I'm sorry, people are being so annoying in this house, and I'm just so excited to move out. Anyways, with the whole entire like Cygnus card, like I was saying, like if you allowed yourself to be emotional, if you allowed yourself to be sensual, if you allowed yourself to be fucking wet, if you allowed yourself to orgasm, you would be so much happier. But are you gonna do that? No, because you're just scared. You're scared. But like honestly, if you did, you'd be so much happier and life would just be like amazing and rainbow. And I think that's something that you should do. I think you should tap into your loving energy, because that is what you are, a lover. The sensuality emanates from your aura, but you're afraid because you're supposed to be that leader, fortified. I don't express emotions. Please be so for real. Okay, let's wrap this up. Any other things that pile number one doesn't know about themselves? Is there any other things that pile number one doesn't know about themselves? Is there any other things that pile number one doesn't know about themselves? Okay. Yeah, manifestation. I told you guys that, like, you're a very powerful magician, and, like, your deepest power comes from your sexuality, especially with Charms of Ishtar. Like, your deepest power comes from your sexuality. But see, there's cords. Maybe from, like, a past relationship that has made you feel like you shouldn't experience love, or maybe just other people's thoughts and opinions of you. These are etheric cords that you have to release. You have to release other people's judgment. Like, you're allowed to experience love. You're allowed to, like, have love. That is literally 100% meant to be for you in this lifetime, okay? And you have such a powerful voice. Like, honestly, some of you guys, maybe you're insecure. Please, like, share your voice. You have so much to share in this lifetime, so much knowledge and wisdom. Please make sure that your voice is heard, because it is so very, very important. So anyways, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this reading, feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Hello, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. You selected the Empress. The Empress. Nithael? That's the angel name? Or is it Nithael? It's Nithael. Come on. Nithael? Like, are you stupid? It's Nithael. Alright. So yeah, you selected Empress energy. Okay, so you guys are very creative people. Okay, very, very sweet people. Very kind, very caring. Right now, like, you're in, like, such a, like, creative era. An era of prosperity. Motherly energy. Some of you guys are mothers, or like you're just like someone to go to. Like when someone's like feeling scared or upset, like you just have that like nurturing energy. You help people. Also witch energy, like witch energy, crone energy. I'm trying to think. Also connection to dogs, because like I keep hearing my sister's dog. She's making this like grunting noise. A connection to dogs, hounds, ampu. But I just like honestly feel like you guys are like witches, magicians. I mean, everyone who watches my channel is a witch and magician, but I'm like, I kind of feel like you guys either talk about it online or should talk about it online, perhaps on TikTok. African ancestry, close practices, hoodoo, voodoo. That's what I'm kind of getting. Yeah, initiated. I just like, there's a lot of like really deep spiritual energy going on here, like a very powerful lineage, ancestors, mothers who are passing down their gifts in your bloodline to you right now. Someone who's a writer, you write stories perhaps, or you have a lot of things to write down. You need to write down some messages. You have a bunch of dreams that have happened recently, or like just messages, synchronicities that you've seen. You need to write it down immediately. Some of you guys procrastinate, I get it. You need to write it down right now, because there's a pattern that you're going to see once you write it down. But yeah, some of you guys also, like, I'm thinking like emerald tablets, like some type of like sacred scriptures, just something like that. Okay, and then also getting grounded. Get grounded with, you need to get grounded so you can focus. Trees, connect to trees. Okay, let's stop reading off that card. Let's get into the reading, okay? What does pile number 2 not know about themselves? Okay, what does pile number 2 not know about themselves? What does pile number 2 not know about themselves? Oops. I'll take this. Oh, I guess this is coming out for real. Okay. What don't you know about yourself? Okay, we have Lucifer. Here's the first card to pop out. The Devil. Why am I like holding it like that? The Devil. Alright. When it comes down to like, it's interesting. Because in pile number 1, I got like Lilith energy. So that's like, it is rebellious, but it's more like sensual, sexual, you know what I mean? And then like, when it comes down to like Luciferian energy, I do feel it's rebellious. You know, freedom. It's bad. But bad in a good way. I feel like Luciferian energy though has kind of like a regal vibe, you know what I mean? A regal vibe to it. I did mention, did I mention something significant with your bloodline? You know what I mean? Just like very powerful players in your bloodline, okay? Very strong, passionate players. Perhaps you don't really know that there's like a very intense, like darkly energy in your bloodline, okay? Kind of draconian-ish. And maybe that's kind of scary to you. But I don't think it's scary to you. Like, I think that if you're watching this channel, it shouldn't be that scary at this point, you know what I mean? But, there's like just like a dark energy, but like it's a good dark energy. It's a very passionate, very strong dark energy, okay? It's very fortified. You guys are very protected. That's what I'm getting. Very protected, very strong, okay? Very passionate people. I also kind of like feel like with the Devil, it's also kind of like wealth. But wealth is health. Health is wealth. I feel like I was going somewhere with that, but I don't remember where I was going with it. Like, I feel like perhaps you need to listen to like messages that come in from your body, because like sometimes when like our body's in pain, like our body's trying to tell us things, you know what I mean? Imagine like your leg's in pain one day. It could be trying to tell you something. Like, our body communicates with us. It's time to listen to your body. But like, I also kind of like, there was something with that wealth is health. type of spiel that is going to go down. I just don't remember like what I was going to say. I don't remember what I was going to say. Maybe it's significant to you, but I can't really pull it off the top of my head. But yeah, I feel like some of you guys have a successful business, or your business is going to be very successful, but maybe you don't really know like how good you are at business. Like maybe you just don't really know. Like maybe you haven't tapped into that. Perhaps like you should really get into finance for some of you guys, because I feel like it would be a great career path based off of this devil energy, you know, Capricorn energy. But very strong magicians, okay? You're a very strong magician, but you don't know the whole depth of that, because there's a whole entire story going on in your lineage that you will figure out, that will reveal itself within your readings, within the signs that you need to, synchronicities that you're seeing that you need to write down, okay? Like it reveals itself, but you don't even know the depth of it. And I can't explain the depth, I can't explain the depth of it. I can't even say it fully, you know what I mean? So I feel like you guys are very powerful people. And because of this, like, I feel like a lot of people like want to compete with you. A lot of people are kind of jealous. There's like an energy where people like are a little bit jealous of you. People, I would be careful, but like here's the thing, you're protected. I said that, like, you're protected. Like people might look at you and be trying to see what you're doing, but like I think you're protected. But you don't realize that a lot of people like genuinely like fiend to be like you. You inspire people to be like you with your like Empress energy, because that was the overall energy of this pile. But a lot of people want to be like you. Like you're a very inspiring person, you're very unique, and it makes people jealous. It makes people pretty jealous. All right. Ew. Okay, then we have the Nine of Pentacles. Oops, upside down. We have the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, I just feel like, honestly, you have a lot of great ideas that could generate you a ton of wealth, but you're scared. Don't know why you're scared. Maybe you just don't know it. You know, I don't even know if you are scared. Like, perhaps you just don't really know it. Well, at least that's what it looks like. Maybe you do. You're just pretending not to. But you have, like, a lot of, like, ideas that can generate, like, long-lasting wealth. And I think you should listen to them and go towards it, especially if it's a business. Okay, because we had, like, the devil. And be confident in yourself, because that is the key to, like, genuine success. Being confident, okay? Queen of Wands also kind of feels like Luciferian. You know what I mean? Someone was like very overly confident, so prideful of themselves. Be prideful of yourself, okay? Because you deserve to be. You deserve to be prideful of who you are. All right? Because you have a lot of hard-hitting energy. Am I right or am I wrong? I'm right. I'm always right. Okay. Wasn't done shuffling. What does pile number 2 not know about themselves? What does pile number 2 not know about them? Okay. What does pile number 2 not know about themselves? Okay. So let's start off with the Thea card. Okay, so yeah, you guys have a very strong, like, witch energy. Like I said at the beginning of this reading, like, your intuition is on point. Your third eye is very open. If you really wanted to, you could probably see spirits and different beings. But I feel like there's also kind of a fear factor. Like, some of you guys are kind of deeply scared inside. And that's okay to be scared. Like, I'm not saying that that's bad. But I'm saying it's kind of like, there's a little fear that, like, kind of lingers. Perhaps, like I said, it's because of, like, other people that are jealous of you. Especially with the Seven of Wands. Like, people are jealous of you. People are constantly judging you for who you are. because they're mad, okay? And so therefore it kind of makes you like judge yourself, doubt yourself every now and then, but like you have like intense spiritual powers, okay? This is bloodline powers. This is powers that are passing down passing down through your blood. And you should be proud of them and you should utilize them. And you guys aren't even aware that they're there, some of you. So time to tap in, because it's time to tap in. It's time to tap in. Okay, I got Charms of Ishtar in the last reading. So perhaps some of the powers, they're being passed down through your lineage or sexuality, especially if you're a woman. So I also just kind of feel like this like death energy that's lingering, especially with the Charms of Ishtar card. Perhaps you're experiencing the death of insecurity. Perhaps you'll start becoming more confident with yourself, especially because we got the Queen of Wands in this reading. Okay, Eris is also chaos magic, okay? So you guys are chaos practitioners. You'd be like, I don't do that. Well, now you do. So, I don't do that stuff. Well, according to the cards, yeah, that's probably what you need to do. So, chaos is your friend. Instability is your friend. Unpredictableness is your friend. So, and it's been in past lives. If you're like really traditional about your witchcraft, it's time to stop being traditional, because it is only limiting your deepest potential. It's time to take it to the next level, and the next level is to be you, to make it your own. I'm also hearing the song Siren Core in my head by Banshee. All right, a calling of the sea, time to connect with the sea, time to connect with the sirens. Okay, perhaps like that's like the energy that's in your lineage. Siren energy, a lot of sea energy, okay, like Mesopotamia, Euphrates River, Euphrates River type beat, you know what I mean? Nile River type beat, okay? Ancestors that live near the water that were connected also to the sea, okay? Explorers, so like ships on the sea, just a lot of like sea energy, okay? And you need to work alongside the sea, okay? And some of you guys, Aphrodite, to work alongside Aphrodite, or some of you guys already work with Aphrodite, so if you guys ask for a sign from her, then this is the sign, but if not, you need to work alongside her. And then like with Mystic Sisters, I'm also kind of thinking like with the Aphrodite thing, that could be you and Aphrodite working together, but it's also kind of like you have like soulmates that are out there that are calling to you, other witches that are just like you. But before you can meet these witches and these practitioners, you have to be comfortable with accepting your magic, your chaotic, unpredictable magic that is not traditional, that doesn't follow the rules, that isn't defined by rules. You have to get comfortable with that before you can meet other like-minded witches, because the truest, most compatible witches are the ones that hide in the shadows for you, okay? Especially with this Luciferian energy. And yeah, you would have less competition. Like, the people who are mad and jealous of you, I'm telling you, those are the most basic witches in the whole flipping universe, okay? Those are the most basic hoes, okay? Talk about, I collect my crystals in my deck. And that's fine to collect crystals, because guess what I have? Crystals and decks, okay? But there's nothing basic about me. There's nothing basic about my craft. There's nothing basic about yours, okay? It is deep. It is written in blood, okay? And your blood is written in the energy of chaos, of darkness. But chaos and darkness isn't bad, okay? That's what people want you to believe, because the power of chaos and darkness is so intense that people are afraid of it. A lot of people aren't meant to tap into that power, okay? But you are, because there's a strength in your heart, deep in your blood, passing through your bloodline. You don't even know the fucking magicians that are in your bloodline right now, okay? You don't know the depth, okay, of the people that came before you. So you're sitting around doing that basic little craft. It's not meant to be, okay? Because you've outgrown it by light years, okay? Because you're a powerful magician and you shouldn't be limited to, you know, the craft of others, okay? So let's round this out. I'm shaking. All right. What does pile number 2 not know about themselves? Okay, secrets revealed. Speak up. Shit. Miracles. I feel like we should take another card. What up? Radical rebirth. Okay. Yeah, you guys are going through an era of transformation right now, okay? You're transforming. You're coming into your power right now. You don't even know it, okay? And with this transformation, you're revealing that calling within your bloodline. Like I said, that siren energy, okay? There's like a really powerful, like, siren sea energy in your bloodline that you need to tap into, okay? Right the flip now. Right the flip now, okay? Speak up, use your voice. I got this in the last pile as well, okay? To share your voice with others, okay? Chants, songs being passed down through your bloodline, okay? Like, there's like a certain song from ancestors that perhaps you will discover that can be used in your practice. Okay. And then miracles. Like, you don't know that there's so many miracles on the way. You don't know that you are a miracle. Okay, that's what I'm getting. Like, you don't know that you are a miracle in itself. You're so special, you're so powerful, you are a glowing star, and don't ever forget that. Okay, well, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked that reading, feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you very soon. Take care, and goodbye.